This video is dedicated to all my girlies in Asian households who were never taught what emotional intelligence was, nor how to take care of themselves. Where the only thing that really mattered was financial intelligence or financial stability. But wouldn't you agree that managing your emotions is also equally as important? I mean, learning how to deal with conflicts, arguments, arising negative emotions, and overwhelmingly bad days in healthy ways? Isn't that also important? So if you agree with everything I've said so far, please keep watching. Emotional intelligence is probably the most important skill you will ever learn, or are learning, and I'm still learning it. It's similar to a muscle you train the same way you learn to be financially savvy. You're not born knowing how to manage money, and you're not born knowing how to manage your emotions either. In fact, I think emotional stability is a privilege and a luxury not everyone can have. It's something you have to work towards and keep maintaining, nurturing. But the thing is, no one really tells you how. So let's define it. What is emotional intelligence exactly? Emotional intelligence is the ability to manage your own emotions, especially the negative ones, and address conflicts, arguments, and unpleasant situations in healthy and consistent ways. At least that's the goal. It's not about being perfect. It's not about never feeling sad or angry. It's about knowing what to do when those feelings come and not letting them control you. Emotions can be tricky to handle, especially if you're sensitive like me, meaning you feel emotions on a more amplified scale. School never taught me this. My parents didn't know how to teach it. No internship prepared me for it. So I had to figure it out on my own. I started asking myself, how can I bring more peace into my life? How can I stop feeling so overwhelmed? How can I be more emotionally intelligent? And slowly, through trial and error, through therapy and journaling and a lot of reflection, I started to build a framework, a way of thinking about emotions that actually helped. I call it the rainbow mindset. Okay, Sofiani, why a rainbow? Well, first, because a rainbow may appear to have a beginning and an end, but in fact, it is never ending. Just like this process of getting better at managing emotions and becoming more emotionally intelligent. It's definitely not a linear process. Plus, I think the rainbow mindset provides a good visual aid. There are 5 colors to the rainbow, and so 5 steps I take that guide me through difficult emotions and times in life. Red is fire. It's anger, sadness, frustration, all the heavy or negative emotions. The first step is to let yourself feel the negativity. Let it flow through you and never suppress it. Don't push it down. Don't tell yourself you're being dramatic or that you should just get over it. Cry if you need to. Walk away from the situation if you need to. Take up space. Because trust me, bottled up emotions don't just disappear. They spill over, they explode, and they make everything so much worse. Remember, you are allowed to take up space to feel your negative emotions. Once you let yourself feel the emotion, I want you then to label the emotion. Are you angry? Are you sad? Are you jealous? Are you disappointed? Are you hurt? And then ask yourself why. Why might you be feeling this way? Journal about it, but if you still can't figure it out on your own, talk to a trusted friend or your therapist about it, if you can afford to. Yellow is sunlight. It's warmth, it's hope, the spirit of positivity. The truth is, if you linger too long in negative emotions, it will only make you feel worse. Action beats mood most of the time. So, after you felt the fire, step into the light, take a walk, feel the sun on your skin, play with your dog, read, exercise, draw, dance, listen to your favorite music, cook or bake your favorite food, whatever brings you back to yourself. I used to think being positive during hard times was just being naive, but now I see it differently. I slowly realized over time that an optimist isn't someone who ignores pain. An optimist is someone who tries to live life, not just survive it. Positivity and negativity are two sides of the same coin in the game of life. You can't have one without the other, and trying to find the light, especially when it's hard, is proof of you trying to live life, not just survive it. And that is the act of resilience. Putting on a smile, even when you're overwhelmed, can actually help you feel better. Not because you're faking it, but because you're choosing to move forward. By accepting your weaknesses and mistakes with the spirit of positivity, you can truly move forward and be ready to grow. Which brings me to the next step. Green is nature. It's grounding, it's proof of the here and now. So this step is about being grateful. There's a reason why the present is called present. Because the only real moment you have is right now. That is why it is a present, a gift. It's so easy to spiral into what if or I should have, but peace lives in the present moment, not in the past we cannot change, nor the future that hasn't happened yet. Gratitude is about recognizing these small joys, like a beautiful sunny day, a random act of kindness from a friend or stranger, or the beauty of a sunset. The act of being present through gratitude can do you wonders, bringing you some peace and happiness. Accept where you are, accept what you're feeling, accept that you're doing the best that you can. Nature reminds us that growth takes time, that seasons change, that stillness is just as important as movement. This brings me to the next part of the rainbow. Blue. Blue is water, it's calm, it's release. This is where you learn to manage your reactions. You understand that you are in control of your emotions, not the other person, not the situation. You. You choose how you react to a situation or something someone else said. You are allowed to feel what you are feeling, and your feelings are valid. But you can also make room to try and understand where the other person is coming from. Offer them grace even when it's hard. Why might they be feeling this way? Might I have done anything that made them feel that way? How could this situation or my actions or words be misunderstood? Because you see, the art and beauty of understanding is in the practice of being able to perceive a different reality to the one that is yours. Making peace doesn't mean you give yourself up or sacrifice yourself. Making peace is about communicating with the other person and trying to understand, trying to find a solution. There's a sense of release and calm that will wash over you when you're able to do this right. The final color of the rainbow is violet. This is the color of wisdom and confidence. This final step is about how you face your mistakes and weaknesses. It isn't about diminishing one's self-worth or lowering oneself through negative self-talk, because that is the act of self-sabotage. I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do such a stupid thing? I should have known better. These thoughts, trust me, get you nowhere, but only make you feel miserable. Self-sabotage isn't productive, at all. Let me remind you again, you are watching this video because you want to become stronger and more able to manage your emotions, right? The way to real emotional and mental strength is recognizing and accepting your mistakes and weaknesses with a spirit of positivity and moving forward with grace. That is real confidence. Confidence is the act of belief in oneself, not just in their choices or actions, but also in their own thoughts in the face of everyday challenges. Real confidence is about believing in yourself even when you mess up, knowing that you're not perfect, knowing that you'll learn and that next time you'll do better. In such a busy world where we're always hustling and grinding, where there's an immense pressure society puts on us and we put on ourselves to be productive, I want you to take a moment to just pause, to breathe, to pay attention to your emotions. Because ultimately, emotional intelligence is how you bring more peace and happiness into your life. It's the highest form of self-compassion and self-love. It's the key to making yourself and the people you love happy. And happiness isn't a destination. It's not something you achieve and then you're done. It's about purposeful mindfulness. It's a practice and it's a mindset. And I'm still learning every single day. And if you're on this journey too, I'm right here with you.